Wow. I tell you one thing, man. When it rains, it pours. If they'd have known that that one little show was going to stir all this controversy up and everybody's talking, they had to know, but they probably didn't know it was going to be at this level. They couldn't have known. So now, since they seeing all the fallout, Will and Jada, based on what's happening, 50 Cent decides he wants to get in there and have some fun. 50's like, look, why is everybody else getting to have fun? I'm not having any damn fun with this. I know I need to get involved. And for many of you who don't know, 50 Cent and Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, like Will was always glued to 50 Cent. He was supportive of the movement. He wasn't one that was blocking the success or felt threatened when 50 Cent's, emergence into the rap game. He championed it. He was, hey, no, let this guy in, because Will at this time was Big Willie. Big Willie. So he can go make a movie, make 20 million, come back, make an album, and he good. Whenever he wanted to, he was Will Smith. Now, he did the same for Eminem. And then Eminem went and dissed him on the Slim Shady LP. And they made a diss record back. And it was funny. But that was before 50 even came into, the position he was in. So anyway, they've been knowing each other for years. Fifth was like, okay, this is Will Smith, Big Willie. Will embraced them. They were always cool. And the thing is, the respect was there for years down the line. So that even with 50 reaching out to Will responding wouldn't be a shock to people. Like, man, why would Will respond to Fifth? He should know not to respond to 50 Cent. They're cool, people. They don't have a problem with each other. Listen, as I try to tell people all the time, quit trying to put things into your perspective to fit your own psychosis. They have no problems with one another. None. And this is why I try to get people to understand it and its whole, fulfillment. And say, look, man, this is what you got to do if you want to make it. And this is what you got to do if you don't want to make it. You got to have certain relationships in the game. People act like they outraged that he's cool with 50. Now, 50 Cent asked him flat out, he said, yo, Will, you alright over there? And Will was, yeah, I'm cool. I appreciate your concern, though, my brother. But why she tell you that it on a show for everybody to see? Well, we broke up, and she did her, and I did me. And why she say she can only get permission for somebody to blow her back out? F you, 50. Wait, what'd I do? And at that point, he realized at this point, Fifth was trolling him. And he got out. And then Fifth decides to post the DM. Something you don't do. Now, somebody said, oh, that's fake. That's fake. And I'm like, well, fake or no fake, what it is Will Smith shutting off. This sounds like something Will would say. And Will said, we broke up while being in the marriage. She did her, and I did me. So we all know what Will did doing him. But see, Will did him with people that can keep their mouth shut. They not sitting on the couch going, Will blew my back out. Yep. He was gone, but he kept singing Wild Wild West songs through the whole thing. Oh, he was driving me crazy. So he don't have that. Nobody's coming forward to blame Will. So Will could chill. He ain't got to go through this ordeal. But this is what I mean by Hollywood. People put their own perspective on marriage and everything else and negate the fact that this is a Hollywood couple. They live an entirely different world and bubble. People like, man, what they, man, you might as well get a divorce, man. What you staying married just to be married for? That don't make no sense. It don't make sense to you because you're living in a whole different world where you're working, probably making $35,000 a year. Your wife probably making $35,000 a year or maybe 40. And y'all gotta, y'all can just separate and go y'all own ways. That'd just be best for the both of you. And your kids, y'all getting married. Y'all are not a brand. Y'all are not a couple that is on television and on red carpets. This is a business. Will and Jada is not just a couple. They are a business. So, you have to understand, if Will had left Jada 5 years ago, right? That damages him and that damages her. And you're probably going, what? And yeah, it damages him and damages her. He does not have the type of attention that he had before, probably focused on him. He loses a certain mystique. They loses a certain brand of mystique that they have as this power couple of Will and Jada. Even with this happening, them sticking together through this keeps the brand solid. People want to talk about Will and Jada, not Will and whoever else, some girlfriend he's dating right now. Will and some 24-year-old YouTube star. That don't have any zazz to it at all. Will and Jada, that's what you know. That's what America knows. You stick together. That's what works. You want to be happy? Cool. They're not the first celebrity couple to ever do this, people. This is a norm in Hollywood. That's why 50 is acting like it's a joke, because that's how he's taking it. He's taking it as a joke because in Hollywood, people do this all the time. You got gay people married to straight people and they never sleep together. They going out dating with other people and this is how it works. You got people sleeping with each other's wives that's married and they still staying married. They're like, we're not getting a divorce. We wouldn't do anything like that. That's dumb. This is a brand. People know me and Giselle. They can't look like losers. To them, they look like losers. I know a doctor, rich doctor, saying he cannot get divorced twice. I'll be a 2-time loser. No, I couldn't do that. So I'll just have to stay married. He's paying his wife just to stay married and she wants to leave him. And he's like, no, just stay with me. I'll pay you. She's like, you're going to pay me to stay with you? Yes, I'll pay you the money. Just stay. We got to stay married because this is going to hurt the business. We got to separate the taxes. But all he's thinking about is, I'm going to be looked at as a 2-time loser. That's all that goes through his mind. He couldn't be looked at as a 2. Everybody walking around looking at him as a 2-time loser because he'd already been divorced. Now here's the second marriage. It's like, dude, you got divorced the first time for the same reason you get divorced in the second time. You keep cheating. So obviously you don't have a clue or identity of what this marriage should be, but hey, it's his life. Now, back to 50. Why would 50 do this? Because why wouldn't he? Wouldn't you want your name trolling in this? Everybody else is trolling. Why not them? And you know who ain't getting anything off this? August. Poor August. I checked to see was his album getting any push. Not that much. But poor August. You know, like, here's the situation. The guy was 22 years of age. He was 22 when he met Jada. Supposedly. He could have been younger. 22. She was, the time was what? In her 40s? Like 49 maybe? She was in her 40s, like 47, 48, 49, around that time. That age. So anyway, Jada decided that this was somebody she needed to sleep with because she needed to feel good again. Take you back to that Halle Berry movie, right? Make me feel good. I just need to feel good. Make me feel good. So it takes you back to that moment of make me feel good. So they go down this route. And when they go down this route, there's no recovery. There's none. You can throw all that recovery stuff out of the window. It is a done data. And the reason why it's a done data is because nothing else matters. It's all done. It's done. You wrecked your marriage, which was already wrecked at the time, but you felt, in the same interview, she said, he was so broken and we just wanted to help him. How in the hell is this helping him? How? How are you helping August? You said this man was damaged and everything else. He was hooked on drugs and all these different things and all messed up. And he was in a process of healing. And you thought sleeping with him was going to heal him. Meanwhile, you were buying him cars, sending him on private vacations by himself, trying to separate the ties because he was getting too clingy. That is the only reason you dumped August. August didn't dump you trying to say, oh my, well, I had a death in the family and that's why. Nope. She dumped August. And it hurt him. She cut all ties. And he wrote a song about her and sent a little message trying to let people guess it was her that he was talking about. Now he betrayed all trust. Because he's hurt. Will knew this was a bad idea. Messing around with somebody who was unstable like August. So when Will say, I'm going to get you back for this, meaning that your mess has spilled over to me because this guy actually said I gave him permission. Now I got to sit here with you while you clear this up. So I'm going to get you back for this. Because you got me sitting here when I don't even need to be at this table. But 50 is focused on, Hey man, she said she can get that permission to get her black blown out. Nobody can give her permission. Nobody can get that permission but her. But I know what Phil's trying to say. He's trying to bait Will. But yeah, it's a woman's body. Only she can give the permission to do that. But Will didn't give him his blessings to be with Jada. What Will said was, hey, you know, they talk like men and, you know, about what's going on. He's, hey, that's between you and Jada, you know. So he's like, I ain't give you a blessing to go ahead and sleep with my wife. Because I can't give you permission to do that. And that's the way it was making. But what August was trying to make it was like, I didn't come in there and wreck somebody's marriage. It was already wrecked when I got there. And she wanted to do this, and we started having feelings for each other, and then it went from there. But that's the kind of weirdness that happens in a celebrity household, where all of this stuff seems normal. And they never take into consideration the children. They never do. It's all about a brand. It's all about them, and they try to normalize it in front of their kids because their kids are growing up in this lifestyle. But there's a lot of issues going on. You guys got to remember they snatched Jaden out of school because an incident happened. And that's on the Patreon. So if you find that on the Patreon, you'll understand. It's in the VIP, though, of course. And we're explaining to you what happened and the whole process. Told you, boy, the Casino for Life Patreon. Click that link in the description box and go over there and get caught up. You don't want to be slow. If you slow to the party, then you just don't know. Like people telling me I got Sean Kemp stuff wrong. You got Sean Kemp stuff wrong. I might have said Seahawks instead of Supersonics. My bad. But everything else was right. And definitely everything is right in the Patreon, where you get a lot more. Now, I'm finna get out of here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the page. And hit that notification bell and select all so you don't miss anything. Deuces.